you are not a lazy person. When you find yourself unable to start a task, your brain is successfully executing an ancient survival code. Thousands of years ago, expending unnecessary energy in a resource-scarce environment was a death sentence. Today, your biological programming interprets a heavy workload as a threat to your reserves, and it responds by restricting your drive to work. This is why to-do lists and time management apps often fail. These tools appeal to your logic, but your energy conservation protocol operates on a deeper, reflexive level. It stops your momentum before you even engage with the details of your schedule. This timeline compares two distinct neurological paths. The top shows a standard day, where you receive a chemical reward after finishing a task. The bottom shows a 7-day protocol shifting that reward forward, triggering a dopamine release before you begin the heavy lifting. To test this, you need a specific target. Choose one massive, intimidating project you have been actively avoiding. Keep this one project in mind for the next 7 days. Moving past chronic procrastination is not a matter of summoning more willpower. Instead, we are going to systematically disrupt your brain's defensive signals through a process we call reverse neural resistance. Day 1 begins with the 30-second illusion. Sit down in front of your project and commit to working for exactly 30 seconds. Tell yourself that once 30 seconds pass, you are free to stop immediately. This schematic shows how a massive task triggers a threat alarm in the amygdala, while a 30-second task bypasses it. The amygdala is the brain's threat detection center, responsible for processing fear. Because 30 seconds of effort requires almost zero energy, your amygdala allows you to pass without triggering a defensive response. Once you break the barrier of zero, the law of inertia takes over. A body in motion tends to stay in motion. Having already started, your brain often finds it easier to continue the work than to initiate a new transition to a different activity. On day 2, we introduce reverse environmental sabotage. You must physically increase the difficulty of accessing your distractions. Place your phone in a separate closed room and disconnect your internet router if the task allows. When the urge to check your phone hits, your brain performs an instant calculation of the physical effort required to retrieve it. It measures the energy cost of standing up and moving to another room against the energy cost of simply finishing the sentence in front of you. By making distractions physically demanding, you utilize your brain's own preference for the path of least resistance to keep you focused on your work. Day 3 is intentional boredom. Before you start your work, sit in total silence and stare at a blank wall for 15 minutes. You must remove all sensory inputs. No music, no phones, and no conversation. Your nervous system is accustomed to a constant stream of low-effort digital stimulation. By removing all input, you lower your brain's current stimulation threshold, making it crave any form of productive activity. After 15 minutes of total void, the task you previously avoided will seem more attractive, simply because it provides the mental engagement your brain is now starving for. Day 4 requires strategic deprivation.
You are strictly forbidden from working on your main project today. Even if you feel a surge of motivation, you must not touch it. This graph illustrates cognitive tension spiking at the moment a task is interrupted. This is the Zeigarnik Effect, a psychological phenomenon where people remember uncompleted tasks better than completed ones. By stopping at the peak of your interest, you force your subconscious to focus on the project during your time off. This creates a mental demand for completion. You are shifting the perception of the project from a heavy obligation to a task your brain is eager to resolve. On day 5, we execute the surgical strike. Take the tension built up from yesterday's deprivation and aim it solely at the most complex, difficult portion of your project. You must limit this period of high-intensity execution to 45 minutes. This constraint ensures you expend your best energy without reaching the point of total burnout. Resolving the hardest obstacle first triggers a victory signal that changes your momentum. With the main knot untied, the remaining tasks become significantly less intimidating. To manage the mental fatigue that often follows day 5, day 6 uses a neural frequency reset. You must walk backwards across a room with absolute focus for 2 minutes. This physical requirement forces your attention center to focus entirely on balance and spatial awareness. This shift in processing can help clear background mental clutter. This physical reset helps interrupt the fog of a long work week, allowing you to return to your tasks with a clearer sense of focus. On the final day, we use dissonant-free effort shock. Complete a difficult mental or physical task for someone else in secret. You must receive no payment, no thank you, and no public acknowledgement. The work must be done entirely for the sake of the effort itself. This diagram shows two conflicting logic loops: high effort with zero reward versus the survival instinct to conserve energy. This creates cognitive dissonance, the mental discomfort that occurs when your actions contradict your internal rules. Your brain is forced to reconcile the fact that you just spent significant energy without a direct payoff. To resolve this discomfort, your brain begins to update its model of your behavior. It moves away from the idea that you only work for quick rewards and begins to associate your identity with the ability to take action regardless of the immediate prize. After 7 days, you have disrupted the default cycle of avoidance and established a new baseline for how your brain responds to difficult work. But understanding the biology of procrastination is not the same as overcoming it. Knowledge without application is just another way to remain comfortable while your goals remain out of reach. To ensure you actually begin day 1, you need an accountability test. Share this video with one person you know who is currently struggling to reach their potential. Send them this exact message: I challenge you to survive this 7-day system if you have the courage. By challenging another person, you put your own reputation on the line. This social pressure makes it harder to retreat, forcing you to begin day 1 immediately and prove that you are capable of the change you're seeking.